Did you know Jay-Z was one of the top recruiters for the Illuminati? We already know Jay-Z is one of the most respected artists of our time, so that's why he recruits for the Illuminati. Jay-Z has so much influence on our society, and that's why he has so much power. If you didn't already know, this is the Illuminati Eye of Providence. You can see Jay-Z doing it with Kanye here, which means he recruited Kanye. He also recruited Chris Paul, LeBron James, and even his own wife, Beyonce. You can see her doing it at her own concert.
Let's be clear. When you see this, 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 when you see the checkerboards on the floor, when you see the skull and bones, when you see the signs and symbolism, when you slow down the music, Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene with checkerboards. These are all occult, Satanist, symbolic.
Listen, why do you think they all do the all-seeing eye? Why do they all do this? Why do they all do the pyramid? Why do they all do the 666? Why do they all share this in common? Because they sold their souls to the devil.
Over the years, there have been a lot of theories on social media about top performers in the entertainment industry being part of an elite occult group. Well, it seems those tales might be a little more serious than just being theories, as one of those elites has now decided to spill the beans on them. And you guessed it right, it's Kanye. But what's more about this whole story is that the rapper wasn't just blabbing as we've seen in the past. This time, his words are backed by hard evidence that everyone seems to have access to but are missing the point. At least that's the picture the Grammy-winning rapper painted. And this is not even up to half of it. Interested in seeing these facts for yourself? Then stick around, and I promise your mind will be blown even more. For a while now, Kanye West has pretty much been blacklisted in the entire music industry after he said some pretty outrageous things. And while you would think that coupled with him losing more than half of his entire net worth in a couple of days would get him to pipe down, you thought wrong. In fact, you can easily say he's now more determined than ever to expose the evil in Hollywood. And what's more is that he decided to start with his former friend. Anyone who knows anything about hip-hop knows that Jay-Z and Kanye West are two of the greatest rappers of all time, and the pair even go way back. As a duo, they've released several songs and even an album or two together. So basically, it's a fact that they have spent a lot of time with each other. This is why it was such a huge deal when Kanye came out to admit that his longtime friend had been part of the same occult organization that's been the subject of many conversations for years now. Now, if this admission had come from any random person, it wouldn't hold much water. But the reason the case is different with Kanye is that even he used to be part of them, which is what has led him to expose his one-time close friend. Backing up his claims, Kanye revealed that many of the signs that had been thrown up or shown during many of their videos were indeed occult signs. But unlike him that never really showed them in his videos, Jay-Z has made a point to display those signs in virtually every music video he's released. This was also confirmed by experts on the subject who have also claimed that puppets of the Illuminati tend to evoke a handful of recurring poses and images, such as the Eye of Horus, the Egyptian symbol for the all-seeing eye.
Let's be clear. When you see this, 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 when you see the checkerboards on the floor, when you see the skull and bones, when you see the signs and symbolism, when you slow down the music, Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene with checkerboards. These are all occult, Satanist, symbolic.
Another go-to is the pyramid in gematria, an Assyro-Babylonian Greek code tied to Judaism. Its three sides represent the spiritual realm, a sign Jay-Z has constantly thrown up over the years as his signature rock sign, which he claims is a diamond made with your hands. but that might just be a convenient explanation. As boggling as it already is that Kanye spoke about his friend being part of what is known as the biggest cult organization in the world, the rapper has also name-dropped some other top people in the entertainment industry. In what was thought to be a random rant to the paparazzi a couple of nights ago, Kanye West called out artists who he says are currently under control by unnamed powers. "They can't control me, you know what I'm saying," West begins. "They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James." The rapper didn't stop his name-dropping session there. He went on to name Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce as also being part of this organization. And unlike many of the others he mentioned, Beyonce and Jay-Z have actually been on the radar of theorists about their involvement with other powers for a while now. According to reports, Queen Bey's affiliation with the Illuminati actually stems from her relationship with her husband Jay-Z, who has been linked to the powerful secret society since the late 1990s. As Hova rose to success with a string of platinum albums, starting with 1996's Reasonable Doubt and spanning In My Lifetime and Life and Times of S. Carter, theorists began to speculate that the music mogul's powers extended beyond mere talent and bravado. In the eyes of many at the time, Jay-Z was actually a member of the Cult group, which was thought to be an exclusive group made up of the intellectual and political elite, which literally runs the world, thus implying that their reach wasn't just limited to the entertainment industry, but is a lot deeper. In addition to their origins, there is also the fact that the signature hand sign for Jay-Z's Rock Nation involves holding both palms up in a triangle formation, believed to be a nod to the triangle symbol that represents their occultism. And it starts to become clear how and why so many people see hints of the couple's membership everywhere. Beyonce's stunning 2013 Super Bowl performance, for instance, gave a lot of theorists whiplash when she flashed the Rock Nation hand symbol at halftime, a move theorists point to as evidence of her allegiance to the Illuminati. There have also been mentions about Beyonce's music videos, which are notoriously rife with symbolism, as hints at the singer's double life as the queen of the group. Her Grammy-nominated but notably not winning 2008 music video for Single Ladies has drawn particular interest from several people, with some claiming that messages can be heard when the song is played in reverse. The far reaches of the internet even link Beyonce's rise to fame with R&B singer Aaliyah's untimely 2001 death, with theorists claiming that Aaliyah was killed because she had tried to get out from under the Illuminati's control. According to that narrative, Aaliyah was meant to be the rightful queen of the music industry, but after her death, Beyonce stepped in to take her place. All of this probably seems a little wild to most people, and given Kanye's history of mental issues, it's normal that doubts would come up about this whole story. But the thing is that there had already been suspicions about Beyonce's seemingly occultic side. You see, way back in 2018, Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce's former drummer, is accusing the singer of extreme witchcraft. Thompson worked as Beyonce's drummer for 7 years and is now asking for a restraining order against her former boss, alleging that Beyonce is involved in dark magic and magic spells of molestation. According to the blast, which claims to have access to court documents detailing Thompson's reasoning for a restraining order. The specific type of witchcraft or rituals that Queen Bey supposedly practices remains unclear. However, Thompson reportedly believes that the singer was using extreme witchcraft and utilizing these spells to tap her phone and control her finances, all to keep the drummer under surveillance. These actions are reportedly part of a harassment campaign orchestrated by Beyonce against Thompson. And now, 4 years after, a celebrity who has been close and has spent time with the Queen Bee and her husband has come out to say something similar. Coincidence? Seems pretty unlikely. A couple of days ago, the embattled hip-hop mogul then dropped a theory about people going missing in Hollywood. According to West, his own mom was one of these victims, which also includes Michael Jordan's dad, Dr. Dre's son, and Bill Cosby's son. "My mama was sacrificed," West said. "In Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. It feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize." It feels like Kanye was all over the place with his recent tirade here, which at this point has pretty much become on brand for him. Then again, it's also possible that we are just not on the same level of intellect as he is for us to be able to fully comprehend his message. West ended his rant by stating that the reason behind his ability to speak his truths is that he hasn't murdered anyone in the past. Putting this in the same context as Beyonce's former drummer needing a restraining order after accusing the singer of being involved in witchcraft, it checks out that Kanye might actually be up to something with this story. And considering he's the only one that has come out with this story and has stayed the course while having personal relationships with almost all the people involved, he just might be right. The whole thing has led to a lot of conversations on social media, and some fans seem to be completely sure Jay-Z and even Kanye are both in the group. One of such users wrote, "Like, I'm sorry, but Kanye and Jay-Z are Illuminati. They even claim that shit. It's in plain sight. Stop being ignorant, Kanye and Jay fans." Looks like more people are pretty convinced, and that passes a message on its own. But I'll leave you to figure that out. That's it for this video. Goodbye.